Hello, all. We talked about different types of IRA. One of them, spousal IRA, as we said. Imagine that someone is working, a husband is working, the wife is not working. Husband puts, let's say, $7,500 in his IRA, and then has additional income also. He can give $7,500 to the wife, also the wife that is not working, and then the wife can open an IRA and invests, every year. She can do that. Remember that putting money in IRA or 401k should come from earned income. Earned income means the work that you have done, the salary you got. You cannot put money in IRA. Let's say if you go in the street and you find $10,000, can you put that in IRA? No, you cannot, because you didn't earn it, you just found it. Or your uncle gives you money, 100,000. Can you put it in IRA? No, because it is not earned. Or you have money in the bank and you get interest on it. That is not earned income. Although it is earned interest, you earned interest, it has to come from the work. That's how you put forward IRA, 401k, and those are the things that should be, funded by earned income. And we will talk about Roth IRA and the traditional IRA. And then, how you have to invest, you have to make sure it is low cost, investments. And therefore, low cost investments is that some investments have a commission type of things, and you will learn more about them once you get involved. You want to make sure you are not paying commission if you are investing, and the very low commissions would be okay. And then consider heavy stock portfolio. This is a little risky, but you will get a huge return. Maybe 80 to 90% of your investment be in stocks. And we said that ETFs. We said that ETFs are baskets of stocks, which 500, maybe ETF of S&P 500, 500 different stocks that carries much less risk, nothing to be worried. And you have to adjust your portfolio over time. And these are different strategies that you may ask, and research. And annuities. We said that immediate annuities versus deferred annuities. Imagine I am a bank, I am an insurance company. You come and say, Yet, I give you $100,000. Tomorrow I am retiring. I want you to return this to $100,000 to me, as long as I am, suppose you are 65 and you give me your $100,000. I say, okay, I am going to give you $4,000 as long as you are alive, plus $600 of interest. Therefore, I keep giving you $4,600. That's called an immediate, annuity. However, you can come to me and say, Sayed, I give you 100,000. I am 65, but pay me when I get 70 years old. Then I say, okay, then according to that contract, I will give you when you get 70 years old, but instead of $400 a month, I give you $600 a month because it has been deferred. An annuity can be fixed. When it is fixed, that means I am going to give you $400 for the rest of your life, for example. Or that is called fixed. But variable is that I will tell you, okay, I give you two types of money. One is that $300 I guarantee, but I take some of your money and put it in some index, for example, S&P. Therefore, next month, instead of 400, I might give you $500 because that index goes up. I can give you more money. If the index drops down, I might give you less. These variables, usually, if it is a little bit riskier, but at the same time, you might get extra money as well. Therefore, these are, concepts that you have to. It gives you income security. When you retire, you get a check from Social Security. Why not to get a check from, the organization that issued you the annuity? And therefore these are, some annuities inflation protected. Therefore, as you know, inflation can kill the amount of money that you get in the future. The money loses its value. Index annuities that we already talked means I will tie your money to S&P. That way I can give you, more annuities. Some annuities give you a life coverage, and some of them just contracts for several years. And the income flexibility, we come here, and your personal annuity, even if it is not provided with, a young investing person investing, usually annuities are better for the people who are getting closer to, to retirement. Young people will go and put their money maybe in stocks and get a better return, but you have to have the terms and conditions. Talk to an accountant, and therefore good accountants sometimes, those who sell annuities, they are the ones, they might have some contract with the organization that sell annuity. Therefore, these people might make a little commission on your 100,000. Some of the best ways is to hire to talk to someone who is charging hourly rate. When they charge hourly rate, then they are not, most likely, an accountant charges hourly. That's how much you are paying to advise you for, these things. And it's a very, very important concept, these things, to know. And therefore, here another student is saying that, if you are just going on, annuity might not be the ideal initial investment, if you are starting. But as we said, think about 401k, IRA, and deferred annuity. And we talked about all of these. How now, since this is the video, I would like to also talk about IRAs. We said we have a regular IRA, which they call it traditional Roth IRA. And sometimes young people, Roth IRA is better. Roth IRA is when you open the account with the income, after tax income. You have already paid, you get a paycheck. This paycheck, taxes are already deducted. You have $1,000. Imagine you earned $1,200. IRS takes your $100. You put $1,000 in Roth IRA. The benefit of putting this in IRA, then if your 1,000 becomes $1 million, let's say, just an example, and you sell those $1 million, you do not pay a penny to the IRS. Why? Because you say when originally you got your $1,200, you already paid taxes on that $1,000. Do you see that? That is when and how you invest in Roth IRA. However, another student might open a traditional IRA. When the student opens a traditional IRA, instead of giving $200 to the IRS, he or she doesn't give that to the IRS, and then takes the 1,000 and adds the $200. IRS allows you to add it. That means it doesn't get your $200. It lets you have $1,200 and open a traditional IRA. Now, in this case, you start with $1,200. You remember, in case of Roth IRA, it was only $1,000, but now it is $1,200 you invest. Imagine after 50 years, it becomes, for example, $1 million. In this case, you go and sell your portfolio. The IRS comes and says, hey, do you remember I gave you first time? I gave you a break, didn't charge you any, didn't gave you the $200 taxes back. Now you have to pay me 20% of your $1 million as taxes because I gave you a break on the tax. Therefore, out of $1 million, it's just an example, $1 million, $200,000 goes for the, traditional IRA. However, in the case of Roth IRA, that person already gave the $200 of the IRS, and then when his portfolio, her portfolio is $1 million, sells $1 million, doesn't give a penny to the nothing to the IRS because it tells the IRS upfront, I gave you your money. As I said, if you have your own employee, if you are, have your own business, you are not employed by an employer, you can open an IRA, which is called SET IRA. SET IRAs is for some employer open for their employees, and and allow them to contribute to them. And also we said there is another IRA which is called rollover. Rollover is a type of IRA that you have for 401k. You work for an organization, you quit, and then you are wondering what you can do with your 401k. There are two things you can do. You can roll it over to another company that you are working that has 401k, or you can open an IRA account. The purpose of opening an IRA account is that most likely that 401k didn't allow you to invest in individual stocks like Apple. Now if you bring it on regular IRA, rollover IRA, now you can buy stocks of Apple, Amazon, Tesla, and or you can buy mutual funds, doesn't matter. These are, as I said, very important concepts. Students who understand, students who get involved in these types of investments, and you already know how to do research, my recommendation, get also the advice of the professionals and start investing.